Welcome to Hope Academy. My name is Mr. O, and today I'm going to be covering the practice exam for the SAT subject test. Specifically, this is number 26 through 28. If you want access to this examination, it is in the description below. But for today, I am focusing on numbers 26 through 28, and usually what I do is that I do the problem real quick, and then I explain in depth as to how I was able to solve the question quickly. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So for number 26, if this equals to that. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So I'm allowed to calculator on this exam, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay. So for number 26, my final answer for this question is E. And now I'm going to go ahead and explain to you how I was able to do this question. So I'm going to go ahead and write this on a separate piece of paper. So I'm going to copy down the problem, and now I'm going to, explain more clearly what this concept is based on. So the question states this, and they say f negative 1 of 1.5. Okay? And so when I'm doing this type of question, the important thing that at least I've noticed when I'm doing this type of question is the fact that this is an inverse question. This is a concept based on inverse, okay? And the way that I know that right off is the fact that there's a negative 1 right here, and so it indicates that this is going to be inverse. And my simplest definition for inverse is that I switch x and y. So literally, you're going to switch x and y. So what I mean by that, first thing first, this f of x literally means the same thing as me saying y equals to x cubed, cubic root of your x cubed plus 1. I'm going to switch x and y. So now I'm going to go from this step to now x equals to cubic root of your y cubed plus 1. So that's my first step. Afterwards, I need to solve for it so that it's just y, left y by alone, and this is going to represent my x, this 1.5. So basically, what I actually did real quick was that I moved everything out of the way. So first thing first, I cubic both sides, so it'll be x cubed equals to y cubed plus 1. Understood that I have to subtract 1, so x cubed minus 1 equals to y cubed, and then I cubic rooted both sides. So that ends up being cubic root of your, and I'm going to move this up just in case it's getting cut off, is x cubed minus 1 equals to y. And then I plugged 1.5 into here. So I did 1.5 cubed minus 1. So that's what I exactly did on the calculator. So first I did was that I did 1.5 cubed, and then afterwards what I did was that I got the value 3.375, I subtracted it by 1, and then I did a cubic root. So be aware that this little caret thing right here on the calculator represents the power function, so it makes me do that. I used a parentheses, did 1/3, which is a cubic root function, and then I ended up with 1.3342. Which is going to end up being my answer for this question, which is 1.3 is rounded off. And so for number 26, my final answer is E, and that's how I was able to get to the answer quickly. And to continue on to the next question, so for number 27, let's define best models of data. Okay, so for this question, it's easier for me to just do a calculator. Okay, so let's see. No, this is late. Okay. Whoops. 1.2 was not that. It's not going to be negative. Okay, so for number 27, my final answer is D. And so for this question, it's not as complicated, so I'm not going to go ahead and take out like a separate piece of paper to explain this. This question is more idea or a concept that's more brute force based. And so what I did was that first, I noticed that they gave me this equation right here. They gave me multiple equations right here. So I decided to do was start with A, because why not? Because I don't know what the answer is going to be in the end. So I thought maybe A would be the best idea. And I plugged in negative 9.8 into this equation, and this is my value I got. Negative 0.122028. It's very close to the y value on this chart, but it's a negative version. I saw D has it, and that's how I was able to get to the solution that I have right here. Okay, and so that's how I was able to solve number 27 so quickly, and thus the final answer is D. And so I'm going to go ahead and do the last question right now. So number 28. So number 28 says this. Based on analysis, based on this, okay, yada yada yada. Okay, based on this model. Okay, one's definitely not it. Okay, so it's not this, it's not this, it's not this. That's no way. Okay. So either 2 or 2, 3. So one of them has to be 2. So I'm not even going to worry about 2. The slope, if increases by 1, C decreases by... Okay, so my final answer for number 28 is going to be D. And so now I'm going to go ahead and explain to you how I was able to get to this answer. So for number 28, the concept, this is more of a concept based on, linear functions, sort of like a word problem basis on linear functions. And they give me this equation, C equals to negative 1.02 Fahrenheit plus 93.63. And they also mentioned, and I read it real quick, was the fact that they stated that fat is in the percentages, calories of a fat to the percent of calories from carbohydrates. So I know it's in percentages right now. So the first thing that I noticed was that the first choice said this is a positive correlation. I look right off right here and I see that it's a negative. If I have a negative slope, my correlation will not be positive. It's going to be negative actually. And so what I did was that I took out 1 automatically and I took out all answers that included 1, which is B, C, E. Automatically, I'm left with a 50-50 chance between A and D. What's also great about these two choices is that both of them have 2. So I don't need to worry about 2. I don't need to compute. I don't need to spend my time with it because I know as a fact that it's going to be correct. And so I went to 3. The slope indicates that as F increases by 1, C decreases by 1.02. So that means that if I plug F as 1, they're saying that C is going to continue to decrease by negative 1.02, which is the definition of a slope. Each time F increases, this will, perpetuate negative 1.02 each time more and more and more. If this becomes 1, 2, 3, negative 1.02 gets multiplied by that amount. And thus, 3 is going to be true also, and thus how my final answer for this question is going to be D. And that concludes my explanation for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter so that we can continue to make content like this for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day.